today is the day. I've just travelled on the train, obviously, and I'm heading now to Scalp, Manchester. So they are based right near Piccadilly Gardens, so it'll be about a 5-10 minute walk. My appointment's at 10 o'clock, so I've got like half an hour. Whether I need to do any paperwork and stuff beforehand, I'm not sure. I'm slightly nervous. It's weird, like I wasn't nervous at all for the second transplant, and I think that's because I'd obviously had a first one. It was going to be almost identical, so I knew the process. I mean, this is nothing really. It's just like getting a tattoo on the back of your head, isn't it? But I mean, I don't have tattoos. You know, I don't really have the best pain threshold, but obviously I have done 2 transplants and they do hurt. Like, people who say transplants don't hurt are lying to you. Particularly, you know, the actual the numbing, you know, like the needle injections, they really hurt. So it'll be interesting. I think it's going to last about 2 hours. So I'm getting the SMP on the donor scars. So far, it is quite painful. So session 1 done. You can see it's very red there. That's normal. That'll go down in the next couple of days. My head's really red from where my head had to go down in like the massage bed. Do you know what I mean? So it's quite uncomfortable. And yeah, it did hurt. But session 1 done. The reason I've got my hair so short today is because I'm going back for the 3rd round tomorrow. So the first round lasted about 2 hours. The second one was about an hour, and then the third one should be an hour as well. And I'm trying to show you, if you can see, what the donor is looking like this short. And it definitely is an improvement on what it was before. Obviously, it shows the progress after 3 months. I'm really happy with it. How do you think it looks?
I think it looks really lovely because it's soft, you know, it's not too dark, it doesn't stand out. It's very softly blended on your scars. It just gives you an option that you can wear your hair a little bit longer and a little bit shorter. So if you have your hair shorter, it would be more blended, but you can also get length a little bit longer and it still blends nicely. Obviously at one point, because you got your hair is quite dark color, it's like medium brown, let's say. At one point when your hair grows over the pigmentation, the ink would be a bit too light compared to your hair. But on the way you style it, the way you have your fade, I think it looks beautiful. It's just very softly blended and it doesn't stand out, and it's not basically, you have a little option there how you wear your hair.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys obviously worry after a hair transplant about the donor area. And I mean, I came to you guys for 3 sessions.
I think you came in like open-minded. You know, we did have a little chat to just say, you know, it's not magic. It's still like, you know, it's a process. You have all the sessions, you got first, second, third, and you kind of gently building up, because scar tissue is a little bit different than the regular when we do full shaved head. You know, when we do the whole shaved head, it's a little bit different because the scar tissue is more stretched skin. It doesn't really have pores, and also it has to be completely healed before you have a treatment. And your scars were actually nice. They weren't too visible. They were just, I think they did a good job with your hair transplant, but they did stand out obviously because the hair was missing. So on the first session, you know, like we talked, you always have to be careful that you apply ink with a little bit spread density, and also the shade has to be kind of matched with your hair, maybe slightly lighter, just so you can always build up to a darker shade. But I think you were great. You were very patient. You listened to the aftercare. You had realistic expectations. You know, we got there at the end.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I definitely can tell the difference. I mean, you were obviously very nice about how it looked in the first place, but obviously when I do look at old pictures, there was a bit of a triangle shape. Do you remember? And I mean, that's definitely now gone. And, you know, like you said, it's not, you're never going to make it look completely perfect, but in terms of those bits missing or whatever, it's filled in nicely. And I recently had my hair cut by someone completely different because my barber's away, and she didn't even know. She wouldn't have even known until I told her. So that's obviously a compliment to you, isn't it?
That's a very lovely compliment. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, you know, when you said you had like a little triangle visible, it's because where the hair is missing, your scalp kind of, your skin shines through a little bit because it's whiter than the rest of it. So a lot of clients who have a transplant, either with old FUT scars or FUE, it's the whiteness that bothers them. It's basically when you turn your head, you can see the white bits that obviously it's no hair, so you see that more visible. So with pigmentation, you're trying to blend the whiteness, so your eye, when you look at it, it's not focused on where the hair is missing, just to make it more uniform with the rest of the hair. But yeah, I think we did achieve really, really good results, because the whole point is when someone looks at it, it doesn't see like something, you don't see something was done on the scar, but then also it shouldn't be, it has to blend with the rest of the hair. And yeah.
Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And I really am happy with how it looks. It's such a massive improvement. And again, I think some people with regards to hair transplants are put off by the fact that, you know, there might be, you know, obvious kind of signs that you've had grafts taken out, but something like SMP is such a simple, you know, thing to get done. And I'm really grateful for your time doing it. So thank you.
I'm happy you're happy. And I think we got there eventually. Obviously we had to start a bit safe, but we got there, and it does look very nice and blended. So I won't see you for the next few years, I guess.
Yeah, no, exactly. But thank you once again. See you later.